The most sophisticated attack toolkit in the world. 0 days. Custom malware. Command and control infrastructure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. All of it irrelevant. Because the attacker looked at your organization and made a simpler choice. They sent you an email. You clicked. And that's how it usually goes. Not with a technical masterpiece, with a message that looked like it came from someone you trusted. Welcome back. I'm the architect. We've walked the kill chain, 7 stages from reconnaissance to actions on objectives. Today we are going deep on stage 3, delivery. Specifically, the delivery mechanism that accounts for more initial compromises than every technical vulnerability combined, year after year after year. Not because defenders haven't heard of it, because it works. Phishing is not one attack, it's an entire art form, and understanding it changes how you read your inbox forever. Let me start with the uncomfortable truth. Phishing works not because people are stupid. It works because the techniques it uses target things humans are wired to do, and you cannot patch a human the way you patch software, unfortunately. It works because of something called the levers of psychology. The psychology levers. Authority. The message appears to come from the CEO, the IT department, the IRS, the bank. Humans are wired to take action on instructions from authority figures. This is not a flaw. It's how organizations function. It's being weaponized. Urgency. Your account will be suspended in 24 hours. Immediate action required. This offer expires at midnight. Urgency compresses the time we spend evaluating. The faster we feel we must act, the less we scrutinize. The attacker knows this. They designed for it. Familiarity. The email looks like the emails you already trust. The logo's right. The formatting is right. The from name is a service you recognize. Fear. Suspicious activity detected on your account. There's a warrant issued in your name. Your password has been compromised. Fear overrides critical thinking. It makes you want to resolve the problem immediately without stopping to ask whether the problem is real. These are not weaknesses that you can train out entirely. They are features of human cognition being exploited as vulnerabilities. The attacker is not exploiting stupidity. They are exploiting the cognitive shortcuts that make us functional. Now let's sort the family, because phishing is not one thing. Mass phishing, the wide net, millions of emails, generic lure, no research on the recipients. Your package could not be delivered. Click here to reschedule. Your streaming subscription has been canceled. Unusual sign-in activity on your account. Most of it gets caught by email filters. Some of it doesn't. And some percentage of millions is still a very large number. This is the volume business. No targeting, pure economics. Spear phishing. Now we're talking. Targeted, researched, personal. The attacker looked at LinkedIn. They know your name, your manager's name, the project you're working on. They crafted a message that fits your specific context. Hi. Following up on the vendor contract you mentioned last week, can you review the attached terms and confirm? And there's a document attached. The document is malware. The scenario is plausible. The context was pulled from your public presence. Spear phishing success rates are dramatically higher than mass phishing because it doesn't feel like phishing. It feels like email. Whaling. Spear phishing aimed at executives, the C-suite, the CFO, the board member who can authorize a wire transfer, the CISO who has admin access to everything. Please don't ever do that. One successful whaling attack on the right executive can be more valuable than 1,000 successful attacks on individual employees. Vishing. Voice phishing. A phone call. This is Microsoft support. We've detected an issue with your computer. This is the IRS. There's a warrant out for your arrest.
Hi, this is Sarah from IT. We're rolling out a security update and need to verify your credentials.
All fabricated, all effective. Because a human voice carries authority that an email sometimes can't. Smishing. SMS phishing. Text messages. Your phone is a more trusted device than your email. Messages arrive from phone numbers, not from domains with visible spoofing. And your guard is usually lower. Your delivery requires a small customs fee. Pay here. Your bank has flagged unusual activity. Confirm your identity. Hey, this is the CEO. Can you send me a gift card because well, I think you get the idea. Let's dissect the standard attack. The components. The sender. The display name looks legitimate. IT help desk, PayPal support, your manager's name. But the actual sending address, if you check it, is wrong. A look-alike domain. One letter different from the real thing. Or a random string with a legitimate sounding service bolted on. The lure. The scenario that creates urgency or fear, designed to make you feel you must act now before you have time to think. The link. The most important component. The text of the link can say anything. Click here to verify your account. But where it actually goes is different. A malicious site, a fake login page designed to harvest your credentials, a file download. Hover before you click. Every time. The address that appears on the bottom of your screen is where it actually goes. The payload. Either credentials harvested through a fake login page, you type in your real username and password thinking the site is real, or malware delivered via an attachment or drive-by download. Two things that actually move the needle. Technical controls. Email filtering catches the mass phishing, not all of it, but most of it. Domain verification standards like DMARC make spoofing harder. Link inspection before delivery. They don't stop spear phishing. They reduce the volume of noise so you can focus on the signal. The 2-second habit. Before you click anything, hover. Read the actual sending address. Read the actual destination URL. A link that says PayPal but goes to paypay1security.net is not PayPal. A sender named IT department coming from a Gmail address that is not your IT department is probably not real. That pause, that 2-second check, breaks more attacks than any filter ever built, because the attacker invested in making everything look right, except the parts that, under scrutiny, are wrong. Your quest objective. Find an email in your inbox this week that triggered even one of the 4 levers. Authority, urgency, familiarity, fear. You'll find one, possibly from a completely legitimate sender. The exercise isn't to assume it's malicious. It's to notice the lever being pulled and feel what it actually feels like to be in the moment of a potential attack. Then do the check. Hover over the link. Look at the actual sending address. Notice whether the urgency the email creates is proportionate to the actual stakes. Building the habit is the whole game. Phishing is the specific technique. Next time, we pull back to the broader discipline it lives inside, because phishing is one form of something much older. The art of making you trust what you shouldn't, of talking your way past the gate without touching the lock. Rogues have been doing this since a time before past. Social engineering. The reason the most famous hacker of his generation barely needed to touch a keyboard. I'm the architect. We'll talk soon.